Hey everybody, and welcome to Royaire's Corner. It is December, and you know what that means. It's Christmas, my favorite holiday. Hence, I have my wreath behind me on today. In our last video, you see me with a tree, my gold tree next to me. So I have my gold and green wreath today. Love it. And I know our last video was very, very sad. RIP to Twitch, praying for his friends and family. But today I wanted to bring some lighter good news to me and for so many others. So today I wanted to talk about the Respect Marriage Act that was signed by President Biden. But before I get to that, after many, many weeks of votes and going back and forth and conversations on December 8th, 2022, from votes from the House of 258 to 169, the House and Senate were able to come to agreements and finally send the bill to Biden officially for him to be able to sign the Protection Marriage Act, which protects same-sex marriage and interracial marriage. But it also repeals the 1996 bill Defense Marriage Act, which was signed by former President Bill Clinton, stating that marriage is between specifically a man and a woman and only allowing benefits to be between a man and a woman's marriage. And this really shocked me because growing up, you don't think about these things. Growing up as a kid, growing up as a teenager, you don't think about the laws and things like that. But as you get older and you grow into yourself and being an individual, a lot of our laws are set up for specific groups of people or specific individuals. And it blows my mind when I was doing the research and I was reading 1996. That was not that long ago, what's that? 17 years, I believe it is. I could be a little off. I'm not the best mathematician. But still, the fact that we have come so far, and people tried to really put in place laws and bills to not allow us to have the same rights as everyone else. And so it just blows my mind to really be able to sit back in 2022 and see that even with the abortion act being taken away, not allowing women to have their own choice, we have decisions to make and there is real work to do. So I was so glad to be able to do this research and see that Biden is actually doing great things for individuals, but as a whole society for us all, in my opinion. So in great news, on December the 13th, at 12 noon at the White House in the South Lawn Garden, with many, many, many supporters, with many, many, many people there to help celebrate and to be excited about such a momentous occasion. There were performances by Sam Cooke and Cyndi Lauper, and alongside Vice President Madam Kamala Harris, President Biden officially signed the Respect Marriage Act on December 13, 2022, now allowing same-sex marriages, LGBTQ, interracial couples to have the same rights as any other marriage here in the United States. And so I really just love this because we say we live in the land of the free and the home of the brave, but if we're not allowing freedom and bravery, we cannot say those things. And I'm just so glad and grateful that Biden sees that dream, the freedom and the brave, allowing us to be free in what we want to do, who we want to love, and how we want to experience love for us. This is now allowing for employees to carry their spouses, of same sex on their health insurance. This allows that if something happens to your spouse or your significant other, that they can now make decisions in the hospital when it comes to life or death, when it comes to my spouse can't speak, they can't think, they can't do anything, and so they need someone who they trust and that they are married to can now make that decision of what's best in their interest. It allows that, unfortunately, when people move on, and check out that their partners can now take care of the benefits, get the beneficiary checks that were left behind, to be able to get life insurance. There was just so many things that we were at stake of as far as same-sex marriage, interracial. As I said earlier, they already took the right away for a woman's right to choose. And so they were coming after interracial marriage. They were coming after the marriage, of not allowing same-sex marriage. And I'm just so glad that President Biden has taken the time during his presidency and his term and the people around him to really think and make decisions for the betterment of the society, individuals, and the world. Like I said, we are the land of the free and the home of the brave. I want to live in freedom, and I want to live in my braveness and boldness of who I know I am. So I'm just so excited that this has happened. I'm so excited to see what else Biden is going to do, not just for an individual group of people, but for our society as a whole. Do I agree with every decision he makes? No. Do I think that there are some things that he can tweak and work on and turn? Yes. But we have to remember that President Biden is just the face. He does not make all of the decisions in the world. That's what our House is for, our Senate is for, and that's what us voting is for. We have to vote in our local elections so that we can get our local things done, and then they can move to a state level, and then we can have a better society as a whole. So I'm just so glad and grateful that that bill has been put in place to save those who really want to marry who they want to marry, for the LGBT community, for the interracial marriages, for all marriages. We now have the freedom to be able to get health insurance with our spouses, to make decisions in the hospital, to get homeowners insurance, to do things together as every other married couple, quote unquote, man and woman, would be able to normally do. So I have some thoughts that I would like you to give me. Do you feel like this was a good decision that Biden made? Do you feel like there were other decisions that are more important, maybe to you, that you felt that he should deal with more? I do have other thoughts and things that I feel were important, but this is important to me as well. And it's better to get some things done than nothing done. And so I'm glad that he took the time to get this done. So in the in the comment box, let me know your thoughts. Did you like this decision? Did you not like this decision? Do you think President Biden is doing a good job of making decisions for us as a society and for us as America? And then if there was one thing that you could change and write a letter to President Biden about that you would want done for the benefit of everyone, what would that one thing be? Put it down in the comment box. I will definitely have that conversation with you. Thank you for joining in Royaire's Corner today, and I will see you next time. Merry Christmas!